Hey everybody, it's Bert, and it is a good week to be a Mandalorian fan. First the Razor Crest last week, and now I know I got it a little bit later than everyone else, but now I've got the Nevarro Cantina. So we're gonna bust it open and try out some scenes and some scene comparisons. All right, first things first, we'll look at the box. It's got some good art there. I know some people weren't happy with the Tantive 4 hallways, but I think they did a decent job designing this box. Okay, the back and front are almost exactly the same, with a similar picture with the flame trooper on the top. Now they have the death trooper that actually comes with it is on the front. There's the death trooper again, the droid bartender, and Moff Gideon can be seen in this shot on the side too. That's a nice one. Just for a quick size value comparison here, though, here it is against the Jabba's Palace Adventure set from a few years ago, and you can see it is about half the size. It's way smaller. So what do you get out of this set? You get one fewer figure, and but you get extra little junk, cups and bottles and stuff like that. So I think that's where the value is coming from. Plus there's, inflation and all that stuff. So yeah, for the same price you do get a lot less plastic, we'll say that. All right, we'll open it up at the side, of course, here. All right, and you can see the Death Trooper already. Sections explaining that the pieces can be put together in many different configurations, and if you buy more than one set, you can put two sets together. No idea what we're going to find in this little baggie here. I bet you that's all the cups and fun stuff like that. Wow. Ooh, we lost a couple things there. I probably should have done this into a container rather than my hand, but a lot of cool things. There's a stool for you. These little things, which are supposed to hold these little bottles, and they're stackable. Might take one of those and put them in Jabba's palace or something. Kind of fun little doodad. I wasn't expecting them to be so many different pieces. That must be a top one, because that one's got different little pegs. All right, and they even have the bottles all broken for when the whole place gets shot out. Here's the bottles up close, and you can see that this one actually is it's like a broken version of that one, essentially. Even though the biggest one is in the front here, it's in the back there, but you get the idea. And basically, because all these bottles are broken, there's no more liquid in them. So that's pretty cool. This is a familiar sight. I think this is the same thing that Fennec Shand drinks from in Jabba's palace there. All right, and then another stool, another little broken sphere thing. All right, cool. It's fun getting a lot of little junk like that. And then there's two of these cups. At least I hope there's only two, because that's all I can find. Look pretty similar to Cantina cups that might have come with Cantina people or years ago. All right, we're going to look at the figure a little bit later. We got an arch that I already took out. And here's here's the doorway with a removable door if you want to just have it open. Kind of a cool piece there. The bar itself, with a couple places to stack stuff if you have it placed the other way. All right, and here's that window piece, window and wall there. And you can see right now I have it the busted way, but you can flip this around. I have it not busted, for if you want to do early season 1 scene, or before everything gets shot up, you can do that. And that all that is this piece of cardboard here. You just undo these little tabs there and you can flip it around. All right, here are all the three main wall pieces together. The only one that's really useful in both directions is this angled portion of an archway. You can see it looks detailed on both sides. They did kind of step things down a little bit if you want to compare it to the Jabba's Palace set. This one, obviously, you can see it's cast in a sandy plastic with a gray wash over it. They didn't do a wash on the Nevarro playset, which I know you guys know what that means. Bert's got to do a wash on the Nevarro playset. But, that's, I guess if that was going to make it more expensive, fine. But that would have been nice to, I don't know, just make it feel a little less new, a little more beat up and, Star Warsy. The same thing is true for the bar section. They did paint, of course, the top here. Okay, but could have stood to have a wash, although they did make the lines like deeply grooved, so they're pretty clear to see with just decent lighting. All right, let's populate this thing. I guess it seems most obvious to populate it with the guy that it actually comes with, the Imperial Death Trooper with the little Nevarro subheading there, specifically from the Mandalorian this time instead of the Rogue One version. And really, he's the same as that Black Series 3.75-inch figure we've got years ago, back in the Rogue One era. And I'm pretty sure the Rogue One Vintage Collection one is the same thing too, just with extra, shoulder straps and stuff. So because of that, I'm actually not going to open this guy. I'm not a carded collector, but I know there's other carded collectors out there that might be willing to give me a little bit of money for it. So, I'm not going to get rich off this, guys. But, anything that can, take the cost of these bigger play sets down is fine by me. In fact, I know a lot of people wish they would choose different characters for this, for these play sets, like the Tantive 4 and stuff like that. People said that they wish the Captain Antilles figure came with Tantive 4. But I don't want to have to buy multiple play sets to get multiples of the figures that come with it. I like it when really the only thing that you're getting out of the figure is, another army builder or something like that, or a figure you could have gotten some other way, but maybe not necessarily on the Vintage Collection packaging. For instance, the Antok Merrick. It's driving me nuts that I want two of him. I don't want to buy two X-Wings to get two of them. So, but this guy, you don't have to buy two of this playset to get two of them. You could go back and buy the Black Series or other versions. However, if you want the Mandalorian packaging, that's what's appealing about it. So I actually think this is a good choice for this set. All right, here I'm going to set it all up as before it's been destroyed sort of setup here. All right, there's a pre-explosion scene. I do have Moff Gideon hanging out in the background through the window. You got a remnant stormtrooper, not the right Grief cargo, but they haven't made him yet. And the obvious absence is, of course, the client. Now they just announced him for the Black Series. Maybe there's a 3.75-inch one on its way. But you see, I got the Vintage Collection Death Star droid there. That's pretty much exactly what's in there. And then, of course, kind of a dirtied up Mando and Cara Dune. All right, let's blow this place up. All right, I came up with a setup that I'm satisfied with. I want to go and decorate the ground and maybe paint some stuff up, add some more junk and everything. But this is the basic idea. You got the Flametrooper busting through the door, and Grogu about to stop him. I can't wait to get the flame shield, and maybe I gotta invest in some more fire effects. I'd like this whole portion in the back there to be all on fire, but I used all my flame effects on my Darth Vader funeral pyre scene. All right, you got Grief Karga hiding behind a tipped over table. IG-11's trying to bust down the grate in the wall. You got the Death Star droid on the ground there. And then Din Djarin is here with Cara Dune. She's kind of taking care of his wound. And outside, through the window, you can see a squad of Death Troopers. Okay, and actually I decided what I'd do is put this whole thing at a diagonal, so you can't see that unfinished side to it, but you can still see, you know, the figures that are back there. I thought that did a decent job. I'd like to maybe get this on a shorter but wider shelf. So we'll see. I might do some rearranging in this room. But you got Moff Gideon and the Stormtroopers with the Imperial troop transport outside, kind of showing, you know, all the aspects of that scene from the final episode there. So all in all, pretty satisfied with this this play set. You know, I always want more for my money, but you know, I'm kind of accepting, you know, with the cost of plastics and licenses and whatnot, that maybe this is all they can afford to give us at this point. I think it's worth picking up, okay? Especially if you can maybe get $20 back on your Death Trooper, or if you don't have a Death Trooper. I mean, you need some Death Troopers. So if you don't have one, I would just keep it, and that's a pretty valuable item right there. But I had enough. Actually, I didn't even have room in this little setup for all the Death Troopers that I have, so I got Death Troopers to spare. So pretty good value, and you know, looking forward to the Jabba's playset, and I'm going to go and do a video examining that, even though that's not going to be out for another year. I'm going to take a look at what pieces you get with that pretty soon here. So if you like this review, check out the rest of the stuff on my channel, like and subscribe and all that fun stuff, so you know when I make my next review or other random video.